So here's just a general sort of type of ppm question. I'm told that I have 40 ppm of something, and I want to know how many milligrams that is going to be in a 300 gram total volume. Okay? So, how many milligrams would a 40 ppm concentration be in 300 grams? If I look at the first row of writing here, I find these exact units, milligrams and grams, in this actual equivalency. Okay? And I know that if 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram in 1,000 grams, well, then I know that 40 milligrams in 1,000 grams is going to be equal to 40 ppm. Okay? For every number of ppm you have, you don't change the denominator here, you just change the numerator. So I've got 40 milligrams in 1,000 grams. This I know, this is what 40 ppm means. But what I want to know is, what is the equivalency here? How many milligrams would that make in a solution of 300 grams? So from here, can you solve this problem?
Yes.
So if we look at this problem, it's nothing more than a cross multiplication. Now, cross multiplications can be kind of tricky if you're skipping steps. So in this case, we end up multiplying the 40 milligrams times the 300 grams on one side of the equal sign, and then we multiply the 1,000 grams by our unknown on the other side of the equal sign. If you have difficulty with this cross multiplication, I strongly encourage you not to skip this step. It will go a long way to making sure you don't confuse yourself. So this ends up giving us the following. We end up having our 40 milligrams times our 300 grams, and that is going to be equal to our 1,000 grams times our x, or unknown. So in this case, let's work this out. Now, in this case, I want to isolate my x, or my unknown, and because my 1,000 grams is multiplied by the x, I can divide it to get rid of that 1,000 grams. And you'll notice on the other side that my units here are milligram grams. So if I divide both sides by 1,000 grams, I end up canceling out my grams here. I'm left with milligrams, which is what I want to know. I want to know how many milligrams are in the 300 grams. So these end up canceling out, and we end up with 12 grams, or milligrams I should say, being equal to x. That means that when you have 40 milligrams in 1,000 grams, okay, is equivalent to having 12 milligrams in 300 grams. These are equal concentrations. So the final answer here would be 12 milligrams. 40 ppm is equal to 12 milligrams in a solution of 300 grams.